mind games, and manipulation tactics. 5 mind games narcissists play, how they undermine and control you. Narcissists have a repertoire of manipulation tactics to erode your self-worth. Gaslighting, stonewalling, projection. They undermine reality to exert control. You're left doubting yourself as they play sinister mind games. The 5 mind games narcissists play are gaslighting, making you question your own memory and perception. Stonewalling, shutting down conversations by refusing to communicate. Projection, accusing you of their own flaws and wrongdoings. Superiority complex, acting intellectually and morally above you. Victim mentality, portraying themselves as martyrs for sympathy. But you can recognize their games and reclaim your inner clarity. Their tricks won't sway you anymore. 5 gaslighting phrases narcissists use: the toxic lies. They tell. Narcissists use gaslighting phrases that distort reality and make you doubt yourself. You're too sensitive. That never happened. Their twisted words undermine your confidence. The 5 gaslighting phrases narcissists use are: you're overreacting. Discredits your natural reactions. It's all in your head. Makes you question your own sanity. You're remembering wrong. Rewrites history in their favor. It was just a joke. Disguises abuse as humor. I never said that. Outright lying and denial. Stay grounded in your truth. Their toxic words hold no weight. 5 worst ways. A narcissist gaslights you, the most devious mind games. Narcissists exploit gaslighting to distort your reality. Among the worst gaslighting tactics are rewriting history, denying abusive events ever occurred. Blaming you for their abuse, painting you as the antagonist, using your vulnerabilities against you, using your wounds to destabilize you further. Smear campaigns, undermining your credibility and reputation. Triangulation, making you believe close ones see you as the problem too. Their warped words aim to control you, but your truth remains intact. 5 ways narcissists drive you crazy. The mind games they play. Narcissists skillfully play mind games that drive you insane. Gaslighting, projection, smear campaigns. They masterfully distort reality to suit their agenda. You're left spinning in confusion at their manipulation. The 5 ways narcissists drive you crazy are gaslighting, making you question your own sanity. Projection, blaming their flaws and wrongdoings on you. Smear campaigns, destroying your reputation and credibility. Love bombing, showering you with praise, then ignoring you. Discarding, dropping you without warning or closure. See their games for what they are, attempts to control. Then you can take back your power. 5 ways a narcissist twists your words. Beware, verbal manipulation. Narcissists will misrepresent your statements as attacks. Take things out of context and misconstrue them. Overanalyze your every word for hidden criticisms. Overlook anything positive you say and focus only on the negative. Then redefine anything you say that challenges them as abuse. Stick to calm, clear language and don't buy into their distortions. The truth stays the same. 5 ways a narcissist invalidates you. Don't accept their distortions. Narcissists invalidate you by refusing to listen or consider your perspective, turning everything around to talk about themselves, laughing off your feelings and concerns, twisting your words against you, making cruel personal attacks on you. Don't internalize their projections. Your reality and emotions always remain valid. 5 ways a narcissist gaslights you, undermining your reality. Narcissistic gaslighting looks like denying abusive incidents ever occurred, calling you too sensitive or crazy in response to mistreatment, accusing you of things they did themselves, presenting falsehoods as fact with conviction and certainty, redefining your words to undermine you during arguments. Stay grounded in your truth. Their distortions and projections are toxic. Cut them off. 5 signs a narcissist is stonewalling you, freezing you out. Stonewalling often happens when you confront them about their behavior and you threaten to end the relationship. You've displeased them in some way. They've already moved on to other supply. They need to regain a sense of control. Don't waste energy trying to get their attention. Use stonewalling episodes to create distance, abusive behaviors. 5 heinous ways. A narcissist makes you feel small. Their sick methods of domination. Narcissists have no limits when belittling you. Some of their most hateful tactics are criticizing your every word and deed, humiliating you publicly, berating you for normal emotions, treating you like a subordinate and acting intellectually and socially superior. Their depravity says everything about them and nothing about your worth. You are more than enough. 5 reasons. Why a narcissist is always so angry. The roots of their rage. A narcissist's constant anger often stems from a fragile ego threatened by the slightest criticism, feeling entitled to special treatment, projecting their own internal shame outward, resenting not getting enough attention and validation, a childlike inability to process complex emotions maturely. Their outbursts reflect inner fragility, not your provocation. 5 signs. You're dealing with narcissistic rage. When will the volcano erupt? You'll know narcissistic rage by disproportionate anger to the situation, cruel personal attacks, and name-calling. Their terrifying lack of impulse control, physical intimidation tactics, the hair trigger, unpredictability. When rage explodes, have an exit plan. Their outburst is not your burden to manage, just 5 hatreds of the narcissist. What provokes their rage? Narcissistic hatred flares when they're outshined instead of being the center of attention. Someone else is praised and admired more than them. They're held accountable for abusive behavior. Their sense of superiority is challenged. They feel envy towards someone else's success. Their bitter contempt exposes their shaky foundations. Your worth remains intact. 5 signs. You've hurt a vulnerable narcissist. When fragility turns to rage, vulnerable narcissists lash out when hurt through. Vicious personal attacks on your flaws, raging disproportionately to the offense, blaming you entirely for the issue, spreading malicious gossip and rumors about you, sudden and dramatic discarding of the relationship. Their overblown reactions reveal their fragility, not your wrongdoing. 5 ways a narcissist punishes you. Expect their backlash. Hell hath no fury like a narcissist scorned. They'll punish you by giving you the cruel, silent treatment, cheating to provoke jealousy, spreading vicious gossip and rumors, destroying your treasured possessions, withholding any affection or care. Their malice exposes their cruelty, not your shortcomings. Resist internalizing their dysfunction, identifying narcissists. 5 red flags of a covert narcissist. The subtle signs. They're toxic. Covert narcissists hide behind mild-mannered masks, but tactics like manipulation and gaslighting reveal their true toxic nature. You're trapped in distorted realities as their false self-exploits. The 5 red flags of a covert narcissist are projection, blaming you for their own flaws, gaslighting, making you question your own reality, victim mentality, portraying themselves as martyred heroes, passive aggression, using subtly hostile remarks to undermine you, idealization then devaluation, building you up then tearing you down. Trust your gut. Refuse to accept their abuse in any form. You deserve so much better. 5 clues. You're dealing with a covert narcissist, spotting the manipulation beneath their humble facade. Covert narcissists reveal themselves through passive aggression and subtle condescension, blaming you for their shortcomings, feigning innocence while manipulating, their humility masking grandiose expectations, hot and cold idealization, then devaluation. Trust your gut, their facade hides their true self-absorption. 5 clues. You're dealing with overt narcissism, arrogance and entitlement on display. Overt narcissists reveal themselves by bragging about themselves at every chance, dominating conversations to talk about themselves, speaking and acting as if they're superior to everyone, requiring constant praise and admiration, sulking or raging when challenged or criticized. Recognize their hubris for what it is, a false mask hiding deep wounds. Are you the narcissist? 5 ways to find out. Assessing those toxic traits. If you suspect you might have narcissistic traits, some honest self-reflection can provide answers. Here are 5 ways to find out if you are the narcissist. Do you lack empathy and get called selfish often? Do you need constant praise and validation? Do you exploit people for personal gain? Do you resent not being seen as special and superior? Do people often cut off contact or distance themselves from you? If you answered yes, seek help. Healing your wounds will improve all your relationships. 5 signs. You're not a narcissist, just lonely. Finding healthier connections. It's easy to confuse narcissism with isolation and insecurity, but there are distinctions between them. You're lonely, not narcissistic, if you crave genuine intimacy, not just attention. Treat people as equals, not inferiors. Admit faults and take accountability. Compromise and consider others' needs. Feel fulfilled from within, not just external validation. Nurture your self-love. Then you can build connections that nourish you too. 5 warning signs. You're dating a narcissist. Red flags in new relationships. Watch for these red flags when dating someone new. They dominate the conversation, talking about themselves incessantly. They seem obsessed with their image and brag about themselves constantly. They shame or look down on you for small mistakes. They don't apologize or take responsibility when they've hurt you. They react intensely to any perceived criticism or challenge to their ego. Don't ignore these signs. Proceed with caution to protect your heart. Self-care and AMP, recovery. You're not crazy, you're just dealing with a narcissist. Trust yourself. If you feel confused, exhausted, and self-doubting, it's not you. A narcissist's manipulation can make anyone question their sanity. Know the truth. Their gaslighting aims to destabilize you. Your emotions make sense considering the circumstances. Their projections reflect their issues, not yours. Your version of reality is valid. Your worth isn't defined by their disorder. Stay strong. You know yourself better than they ever will. How to deal with a narcissist. 5 tips. Protecting yourself from their toxicity. Narcissists drain you with their manipulation, entitlement, and lack of empathy. But you can mitigate the damage using these tactics. The 5 tips for dealing with a narcissist are: set firm boundaries, make them clear, stick to them. Don't expect empathy or compromise from them. Stay emotionally detached and don't take their behavior personally. Cultivate relationships separate from them for support. Limit interactions and contact with them where possible. You deserve to feel safe and heard. Protect your peace. 5 things are happening. If God uses a narcissist to strengthen your life, finding meaning in the madness. If you're suffering narcissistic abuse, trust that it's happening for deeper spiritual reasons. God can use narcissists to catalyze your growth. Here are 5 things that are happening. You're You're learning to set empowering boundaries. You're becoming more empathetic from surviving their lack of empathy. Your discernment and self-trust are growing. You're realizing your worth doesn't come from others. You're building resilience and courage in overcoming adversity. There's light ahead. This too shall pass. Stay strong in your faith. 5 mistakes that keep you chained to a narcissist. Pitfalls to avoid. Avoid these mistakes that keep you stuck in toxicity, believing their apologies and empty promises, blaming yourself for their behavior, responding defensively to their provocations, doubting your self-worth, engaging in their no-win mind games. Put the focus back on your well-being, then you can break free. Item 5 ways you've already defeated the narcissist. Claim your victory. You win against a narcissist when you stop blaming yourself for their actions. Recognize their ploys for what they are, manipulation. Establish your boundaries and stick to them. Release the need for validation from them. Focus your energy on your own healing and growth. You've reclaimed your power. Keep moving forward greater and freer than before, leaving a narcissist. 5 ways to break a narcissist's heart, cutting your losses and moving on. To break it off with a narcissist, you can go no contact, shut them out completely. Remain indifferent to their hoovering. Don't take the bait when they try to reel you back in. Focus solely on your own healing and growth. Surround yourself with people who truly care about you. Set and enforce clear boundaries if you must interact with them. Free yourself from their drama and take back your life. The possibilities are endless. 5 reasons why a narcissist doesn't give you closure. It's not about you. Narcissists withhold closure because they enjoy prolonging your pain and confusion. Admitting fault would damage their fragile ego. They don't experience empathy like others. They're too cowardly to directly end things. You knowing their true self would hamper their manipulation. Give yourself the gift of closure and let their callousness speak volumes. 5 things a narcissist does when they are done with you, the final discard. When finished with you, narcissists usually ghost you abruptly, give vague excuses for breaking off contact, immediately begin a smear campaign against you, pretend the relationship meant nothing, move on to another source of supply quickly. This callousness says everything about their disorder and nothing about your worth. 5 signs a narcissist is finished with you. The final discard approaches. You're soon discarded when they begin a cold withdrawal and silent treatment. Stop pretending to care about your life. Start picking fights out of nowhere. Constantly shut down communication. Openly pursue other sources of supply. The end is a new beginning. Use this chance to break free and close the door on their disorder. 5 times a narcissist will discard you when they drop you without warning. Narcissistic discards often happen when you've stopped giving them enough praise and attention. Someone with better supply comes along. You've seen through their false mask. You refuse to tolerate their abuse anymore. They're threatened by your self-sufficiency. Their rejection says nothing about you, but volumes about their disorder. Narcissists' reactions. 5 ways a narcissist reacts when you become fearless, dealing with their loss of control. When you stop fearing narcissists, they often increase manipulation and gaslighting, rage and lash out, threaten and intimidate, hoover and love bomb, pretend to change, stay grounded in the truth. Their antics are last-ditch efforts to control you. 5 signs you have hurt the narcissist. Watch for their reactions. You've hurt a narcissist if they rage at you and hurl vicious insults, give you the cold shoulder and silent treatment, spread lies and rumors about you, suddenly discard you from their life, threaten you and make sinister warnings, Their over-the-top reactions expose their fragility. You did nothing wrong by speaking your truth. 5 ways a narcissist punishes you. Expect their backlash. Hell hath no fury like a narcissist scorned. They'll punish you by giving you the cruel, silent treatment, cheating to provoke jealousy, spreading vicious gossip and rumors, destroying your treasured possessions, withholding any affection or care. Their malice exposes their cruelty, not your shortcomings. Resist internalizing their dysfunction. 5 signs a narcissist is plotting revenge. Expect retribution. If you suspect a narcissist's payback, limit contact completely. Document threats and behavior in case you need evidence. Surround yourself with support to intervene if needed. Take practical safety precautions. Remind yourself their reaction reflects their disorder, not you. With advanced measures, their attempts to harm you will be neutralized. 5 signs a narcissist is losing control over you. Watch for their reactions. Narcissists reveal loss of control by raging when you set boundaries, punishing you with betrayal, affairs, or discard, attempting to destabilize you with smear campaigns, spinning small criticisms into tirades, accusing you more intensely of what they themselves do. Stand firm in your truth. Their acting out exposes their weakening grasp. 5 ways a narcissist destroys your reputation. Expect smear campaigns. Hell hath no fury like a narcissist scorned. When upset, they'll try to destroy your good name by spreading outrageous lies about you, telling people you're toxic, unstable, abusive, framing themselves as the victim of your madness, enlisting others to shun and isolate you, sabotaging your work and community connections. Their smears reveal more about their own lack of morals than anything about you.